Yeah.
She's good.
It's okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Ouais, mais je mettais comme ça, le téléphone directement sur ça.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to hold it? No.
Yeah, I just
but
like
I
that.
was
But then
saying-
we just need somebody to tell us in the live stream, like si ça marche.
You want me to
Yeah,
check?
we are live.
Yeah.
But
If you can.
where is Milady?
It's right there.
Oh, okay.
Does it look good?
Let me see.
Yeah, c'est quoi là? Il y a le doigt de quelqu'un.
No.
Oh, this is perfect. No, this is.
Ah,
c'est toi. C'est mon doigt.
Yeah,
C'est moi.
it's right in front.
Okay. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Okay. That was his box.
Ik kan het ook. Just say tell me. Parce que le téléphone non ouvert, il peut ouvrir tous les cafés.
It's gonna be
Il est
hot.
fait c'est tout magnifique.
Where's the power button?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to turn off the.
Touch.
Mini.
It's a full screen.
Vous êtes bouchant. Magnifique.
Oh, tu veux que j'éteigne complètement? Shut it
Non,
down?
ça va.
Just so it's not.
Le moniteur.
Hello. So there's a person song with Hello everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for the invite.
Yes.
My name is Djenika. I'm 33 years old and I have a degree in legal science. I was born and raised in Haiti, which
Yeah.
okay. This is Paul, and this is Anzazio. And this is the south part of the country. And fun fact, the city is named the City of Poets, where born a lot of poets and famous authors, such as Djenika, Milady Auguste, and Emile Boomer, and many more. So I always have a passion for literature, and my first work was My Aunties. This is a short story, and je ne savais pas que la vie serait si longue après la mort, which means I didn't know life would be this long after death. Published by Mémoire de Crier in Canada. And this year I have my book, Anu, which means naked. Naked, published by Milo Edition in France. And I'm also the founder of Refrain Littéraire. Refrain Littéraire is a non-profit organization that promote literary events in Haiti. And what else? And we're gonna talk about my book. Oh, this is our pictures. So this is Annie, like I said, it's mean naked. And Annie is a collection of poems, written in French and prose. So I have only one poem in Creole because in Haiti we speak two languages, Asian Creole and French. And the preface was made by Awa Mendia. She's a well-known French Tunisian poet. And the illustration was made by Vina Joseph. And like you can see in the cover, this is two women. I would like to show the cover the conversation that I have with another woman, like a sister, a friend, or a mother, and this is also an autobiography. So this is what was in Dominican Republic. I started writing the book in June 2023, last year. Okay, so the first poem that I wrote was Vie Rocher, Life Scotch. We're gonna read it after that. And after that, I wrote 10 more poems. I was so stressed, so I called two of my former teachers in Haiti, and they give me constructive criticism. And with Annie, I wanted to, through my pen, I wanted to show that women are open to themselves, and also painted a picture of the violence, the trauma, and so it wasn't easy for me to write Anu because it is my story, and it was also an introspection. But I'm glad I did it because I did it for all those women outside who suffer from abuse and violence and trauma. So now we can talk more about the book, and if you have questions, I'll answer.
Okay, and thanks again everyone for being here. And for me, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Because this is such a full circle moment for me, because the first time actually we became friends, it was because of my first novel, and you were actually the one organizing everything, the book launch and stuff. And now being here with you means a lot. I'm so proud of it. We've been talking about that for so long now, and to see that it's finally happening, it's really exciting. So,
and this is the first author talk we will have since the release of Anu. I had so many book signings, but we didn't have an author talk to talk about the work of Anu.
yeah, it's really exciting. I'm so proud of you. So, let's talk about the title.
Naked.
Because we had a lot of questions about that, and people were like, okay, so why would you call your book like this?
Like I said before, as you can see, it's two women, so naked. So I knew the title is a little bit provocative, but it was a deliberate choice to attract people. But when you read the book through some poems, you can see the meaning of naked. You can see the word of naked. For example, I have a poem called De la peau d'une femme. In page 53, I said, de la peau d'une femme, je me mets à nu, sans complexité, criant outrage aux portes fermées à nos mères qui n'ont pas su parler ostensiblement. Which means, in the skin of a woman, I put myself naked, shooting outrage at closed doors to our mothers who didn't know how to speak ostensibly. So I've been naked to talk about certain topics which we women, we don't want to talk about it, we don't want to discuss. And I've been naked, expose myself by giving a voice to those women who suffer from abuse, and naked to encourage women to to be strong, to be independent, to not let themselves be broken. Like I said in country, not well, being feminine but not submissive. So the title, when you read the book, you can see why I call it Naked. So this is why I call it Naked.
Yeah. So because I remember like we had so many conversations about that in private because we're friends, but I know how sensitive the subject is for you. And how personal it can be as well, as a poet to just put it out there. So I can imagine like, well, why exactly did you decide to finally publish the book, to be published? While you're like, writing so many personal things, and especially for our society, our Haitian society, we don't really like to talk about abuse a lot.
No.
So what was, your inspiration and why exactly you decided, you know what, I'm just gonna put myself out there, I'm just gonna be published and I'm just gonna talk about it in front of a lot of people?
Okay, it wasn't easy for me at first. I wanted to write
Like in a diary.
yes, like a therapy. So when I saw that my work followed a direction, so I wanted to write it with intention. So in some part, I wanted to be free. I wanted to talk about my deepest secret. I wanted to talk about my burdens, but I was also afraid to put those words on paper. So the other reason is also the reception of my readers, because writing an autobiography, it wasn't easy for me, and I'm asking myself, how will the reader welcome the book? Does my reader will feel the same? So, but I wanted to write it because I know that we have women outside who suffer from so much things, such as abuse and violence. So that's why I wanted to write.
And I really admire you for that, because poetry is really deep, right? It's really personal compared to a novel. This is why I prefer novels.
Yes, it's a different thing.
Two different things. So I really admire you for that, and I think it's really brave to do that. But I would like you to talk a little bit about the three part of the book, because it's not only about abuse. There's some other stuff in it.
Yes, because in page 89, I think you can find the meaning also of naked. When I said mémoire nue, déshabille-moi les yeux, mémoire nue, it means undress me with your eyes, put me naked. So yeah, I have three parts in the book. Je voulais que les gens puissent se situer un petit peu pour qu'ils ne se perdent pas. Donc,
so you really wanted to give your readers some direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first part is called Feminitude, which means femininity. And in that part, I speak freely, and I wanted to explain what women feel exactly. Women who are repressed, flouted, and I give them a voice. And this part is very melancholic. And the second part called, let's see, it's Bless You, which means cause. And I touch on diverse and complex subjects such as loneliness, insomnia,
Depression.
Death. And in that part, everybody can see themselves in it. And the last part,
my favorite one.
Yes, the last part is the last part is called Adventure. Yes, adventure.
Essential adventures.
Yes, the pen is become lighter, so the topic is more erotic. So, but I wanted to introduce in each part a citation of a famous female author. The first part we have Maya Angelou. The second part we have Marguerite Yourcenar, and the last part we have Kate Moss.
Yeah. So would you like to read a little bit of your poem?
Let me see what I
Yeah.
put first. It's Beach Pretty.
Yeah. So you can read it in
So,
French now.
yes. This is the first poem that I wrote. Vie écorchée. Ma vie, comme une poésie non rythmée, telle qu'une longue prose, l'égale d'une histoire cachée, n'est que rappel de sens et de contresens. Puis, un vide absolu, dépupé, une pause, une parenthèse d'une phrase inachevée. Le vent a cessé de soupirer, le temps s'est brusquement figé, le chaos s'est aménagé, alors que mon souffle mugit encore et encore. Cette vie ne s'est pas annoncée, une fichue aventure écorchée, du berceau naïf à la puberté désenchantée. L'adulte émerveillé et détourné, la mère m'en veut de ne pas y entrer. Mes ancêtres ne me pardonnent pas d'être ici et là, par ici, par là, éparse, fugace et poélier. Mon nom me titille, me harcèle. So it is
My God. Okay, English is not my first language. I'm gonna do my best. Okay, so life's coach. My life, like a non-written poetry, like a long prose, equal to Eden history, is only a reminder of meaning and contradiction. Then, an absolute void, depot, a pause, a parenthesis in an incomplete sentence. The wind has stopped sighing. Time has suddenly stopped. The chaos has set in while my breath still grows. And again, this life has not yet announced itself. A bloody, twisted adventure, from naive cradle to disenchanted parody. The adult amazed and disappointed. The sea resent my not getting in. My ancestors don't forgive my presence. Here and there, over there, sparse, fleeting and childish. My shadow tempts me, harasses me.
Yes.
I already love that one.
Yeah, me too.
Now, can we talk about the other poem? The
Oh,
one
God.
that. So, in French, yeah, I mean, not that, like, no, the other one, not my favorite one. The one that everybody's just talking about. You know, accouche putain.
Oh, accouche putain.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. I put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Accouche putain. Okay.
But you know, the translation in English, like, so. The thing is, in French, accouche putain, right? Of course, it's perfect, like give birth then.
David.
But when you see putain in French and Creole, it was really something
Something
else.
different.
It's pretty different. And I remember you said you had a lot of comments about that. And people actually have their own interpretation of
Yes.
the poem.
People think.
We're talking
I'm
about
talking-
slut.
Yes.
Because putain means slut in
Oh,
French.
yes.
Yeah.
But you have two meanings of
Yeah.
putain.
Mhm.
When you, yeah.
But I remember you said that you have a lot of people coming to like, okay, so what are you talking about?
Yes, but it's not.
No, it's not about that.
No, I'm talking to a woman, so
Mhm.
it's not good.
So yeah, let's
Oh.
talk about that poem actually. Accouche putain.
Accouche putain. This poem is like I wanted to. It's like I'm talking to you. I
Mhm.
wanted you to talk, to express yourself. So it's one of my poem. It's really deep, but I think this is one of the poems that describe what I want to explain to people in the book. So you want me to read it?
Especially like the last part.
The last part.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna put yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Je ne suis pas poétesse, je vis ton histoire qui restera incomprise tant qu'elle n'a pas été vécue par toi, martyr, pour toutes ces injustices peintes abstraitement pour dissimuler ton mal-être crépitant sous le feu de ces nuits interminables. Accouche putain. My favorite part is Je ne suis pas poétesse, dis-moi.
Yeah.
Je ne suis pas poétesse, je lis à haute voix le
Yes.
chapitre de ton livre, raconté à l'envers, sans ponctuation ni
Yes.
intonation, comme une lectrice assoiffée de haut niveau. Sors de ta cachette, accouche, je te répète.
Yeah. I'm not a poet. I read out loud the chapter of your book, told the wrong way, without punctuation, no intonation. As a reader, eager to come out of your eating place, give birth. I'm telling you once more. Yeah. That was, I really love that part as well. Yeah, because like you're literally talking to yourself, I think, but you're, as you said, like you're literally talking
To encourage.
to encourage what to express your
Yes.
express yourself. Yeah, I really really love that. Like this book, it's such an amazing book. And what I really like about it, like the more you read, the poems, like the more you understand the feelings that you're dealing with when you're writing them. They're really beautiful. Okay, so I have another question for you. So, what is the impact like you want to do with this, for this project? You want to do with it because you're a nominee,
Yes.
and I hope, and I'm sure you're gonna, have
I
your
hope
award.
so.
I think you will. So yeah, so I'm really proud of you. And so this is actually an impact. But
Yes.
what were you dreaming about?
The dream is to translate the book
I mean, it's already
in
there.
other
It's
in
already
other
there.
languages such as Spanish, Asian Creole,
Yeah, people were
Yes.
asking for that. Yeah.
Asian Creole and English, and of course I wrote this book for women, but
Mhm.
I have a lot of feedback
From men.
from men. I was surprised, but it's a good surprise, and I think this is a good way to how to say that. I don't know how to express myself. Je pense que on est sur la bonne voie pour parce que le travail que je veux faire, le message que je veux faire passer. Je pense que déjà avec la sortie du livre, étant donné qu'il y a des hommes qui l'ont lu, ils n'ont pas simplement acheté, ils l'ont vraiment lu et ont fait des commentaires. Donc, étant donné que le sujet parle des abus, des violences sur les femmes, donc étant donné que les hommes sont aussi concernés, donc je pense que c'est là l'importance de l'impact que je voulais faire avec le livre.
Okay, so you do think that it's really on the right track because men have been reaching out to you and they really read the poems
Yes.
and they really felt involved in it because they're aware of the situation with violence between couples, and so you think that with that kind of conversation it will have a positive impact to stop violence and even violence on men as well.
Yes,
I think.
men.
Yeah, but mostly, of course, for our society, like for everyone,
Gender.
but every gender. But yeah, and I think that's the beauty of writing, the fact that you literally put people on the spot where they really have to think about what's going on and what they're doing and how they can help, others. So that's really great. And I'm really glad the men really read the poems.
Yes, I was surprised, but they give me feedback and they love the book. So, yeah, I'm happy.
Maybe you're gonna write another one for them.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Which leads to my next question. Well, I already know the answer, but do you consider yourself as a feminist?
And
Because for our Haitian culture,
yes,
when you say that you're a feminist,
it's
it's really different, right? But do you consider yourself as a feminist? And why? Twisted question.
Yes. I may have a feminist penchant, but I consider myself at first as a woman.
Okay.
So I use my pen to fight this misogynistic society. And being a feminist for me is not only talking about it, it's to let the words with deeds. So this is why I wanted to I want to do the translation of my work, because I think it's very important to talk about feminism. It's important to talk about abuse and violence, and in our society when women feel unsafe. So yes and no. Yeah.
I love that answer.
Yes.
So would you like to read, like, because we're talking about being a feminist, like de la peau d'une femme? Yeah. In the skin of a woman.
Yes. Okay. Dans la peau d'une femme, je défends mes droits avec véhémence, tout en sachant que mon souffle ne tient qu'à un fil cassant. Dans la peau d'une femme, je laisse parler les événements douloureux, au cours de temps impromptu, ayant pris place au soleil, énigmatique. Dans la peau d'une femme, je me réveille avec mes idéaux inchangés, plus forts qu'avant la préhistoire, de mes ascendants tombés pour ce combat perpétuel, opiniâtre. Dans la peau d'une femme, je reconnais cette candeur cachée pour éviter de lever le voile sur les atrocités du monde débravé. Dans la peau d'une femme, je me mets à nu, sans complexité, criant outrage aux portes fermées à nos mères qui n'ont pas su parler ostensiblement.
Should I read it? I mean, you guys can read. I'm just gonna read the last part, like, yeah, that one, right? Yeah. Like, in the skin of a woman, I put myself naked without complexity. I love that. Shouting outrage at closed doors to our mothers who could not speak ostensibly.
Yeah, because in our society, Asian society, women don't want to talk about abuse.
Yeah.
And they don't want to share anything with if you are a mother, the mother don't share anything with her child. So this is why I put this chapter.
Yeah, shouting outrage at closed doors.
Yes.
It's really deep. But why do you think, we don't like to have this kind of conversation, as mothers with our daughters, or as, aunties with our nieces?
I think this is our culture,
Yeah.
Asian culture. I don't know why, but they don't open themselves to a child, to the child, to other people, to their friend. I don't know why, but I think this is Asian culture.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And as you said, like, the more we have this kind of point out there, the more people can read them.
Yes.
It can be comfortable to have this kind of conversation.
Maybe they will want to talk about what they feel, what happened in the
Yeah.
past. So I hope so they can talk.
You know what I was thinking? I literally think, like, your point could be like the right space, a safe space to have a workshop with people writing.
Yes.
That would be great.
Really,
I think we
yes.
should think about that.
Yeah, we think about it.
Like, even on Zoom for our
it's a good
sisters in
idea.
Haiti. Yeah, that'll be great. Okay, so I have so do you want to read more? Like, my favorite part?
Oh my God.
Yes, please. Wait. Which one?
This book.
Oui, yes, yes. Yes. Let's go.
Okay. J'ai dit.
Merci.
La rosée sur le seuil. J'ignorais et méconnaissais la rosée jusqu'au jour où tu m'as fait suer tes nues. Les pointes et gargouillades de tes hâtifs et tendres mouvements. Tu as éclaté en gaillarde mes sensations. J'ai éjaculé abondamment au son d'Angélus retentissant pour te revoir et me ramener la parole à ces bruissements et les foules de me savoir mêlé à tes mains. Je ne savais pas, mais depuis que tu m'as fait suer à nu, baigné dans mes eaux et mes découvertes et mes espérances, me confondent gracieusement. Je suis folle de vivre pour me régaler de vos jouissances à coups de doigts en force et en douceur dans la foule. Je ne savais pas, mais j'ai versé mon amour hors de mes passions du plaisir. J'ai compris mes élans provoqués et rattachés au sein, au devant, au tombeau, aux oreilles d'éléphantes et d'éléphants, en sept témoins de nos ébats exclusifs à cadence. Chez toi, invoquer nos aïeux et aïeux, invoquer hier pour t'entortiller, à même muse pour que personne ne vienne aisément. Okay.
That's my favorite. So you can, I'm not gonna read it out loud.
Oh,
just,
You can read it.
I mean,
No,
no,
you
you
cannot
cannot
read
read
it.
it. No,
No.
thank you.
It was
Let me take a
requested.
sip.
I mean, you all can read it. I'm too shy for that. I'm
This is the last part.
Yeah, the last part.
Don't ask me a question about this one.
I mean, I could, but
Don't ask me a question about this one.
you know, that's the best part of that
I
conversation.
put myself naked 2 times.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you why exactly I love that particular poem. Like, I'm an hopeless romantic. Well, I'll call myself not hopeful romantic. But it's the contrast of the beginning of the book and the last
part.
So, like, the beginning of the book is so dark, right?
Yes.
So intimate in a different way. And when you're about to finish the book, it's literally another universe. And you can feel, you know, the centrality in it,
Yes.
the hope in it, the love in it. And yeah, and of course there's a good metaphor in it, and it's so sensual, but it's just the fact that you give hope,
Yes.
right? It's like just because you've been struggling so much with your past relationship and, you know, being abused in different ways, that you're not allowed to be a woman and truly experience love in all these dimensions, right? So this is why I love that. Not because it's sensual and I love, you know, whatever, but it's really nice to have this kind, you know.
What is your favorite poem?
I'm not gonna tell you what's my
Oh,
favorite,
why?
but no, I just love all
I just
of it.
want to know.
You know exactly. That's the funny thing. Like, you know, we're friends, so she knows. She just wanna put me on the spot. So whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So well, the next one, it's really sweet. It's more romantic and light, I can say, compared to the other. Let me just
More so.
Oh, this one. Oh, I love you.
Yeah, I love it. It's that's the other thing that I like about your poem as well. It's like you literally express all the emotions, right, of being a woman.
Yes.
The darkness, the heaviness of it,
Yes.
the abuse, the fact that, you know, you're dealing with depression, the fact that you're afraid to express yourself, but you're like putting yourself and you're telling yourself, well, you need to write it down, right? And of course, like, you talk about sensuality and sex and everything, and there's this romantic part coming out of nowhere.
I have hope.
Yeah, and you still
Everything
have
that I
hope.
wrote in this little book, I lived them, I taught them. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. Do you want to read it in French? Or?
Wow. But
I
you
mean,
don't want to read
you
it.
don't have to. But...
I'm gonna read it. Je t'aime. Quand la lumière s'éteint, nos corps s'accordent en sueur. Je goûte à tes lèvres salées, mêlant nos pures odeurs, où tu te délectes de ma fiévreuse embouchure. Entrouverte. Il est dit.
It's right there. Just read it.
Quand la lumière s'éteint, mon pouls s'accélère, ivre de tes caresses, emportant ma vie dans les lieux interdits aux âmes pudiques. Quand la lumière s'éteint, tes mains lutinent ma peau d'une vitesse vertigineuse, telle une feuille translucide. Je me déshabille sous tes yeux, pusillanime. Je me sens captive de tes fortes ambitions. Quand la lumière s'éteint, je ne me rappelle plus de mon nom ni de mes envies. J'excelle afin de l'extase qui rend ma peur excessive d'entrer en communion avec tes démons. Quand la lumière s'éteint, je me surprends à t'aimer sans oser prononcer ces deux mots qui écouteront notre histoire volée dans l'obscurité de cette chambrette dont on s'est immiscé à huis clos.
Yes. When the light goes out, I find myself loving you without daring to pronounce these two words.
Yeah, two words, je t'aime.
Je t'aime, vraiment, I love you.
I love you. But in English it's two words, but in French it's two words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. And well, I have a last question for you before open up to the public. So it's really like a philosophical one. So what is the essence of poetry?
A lot of people don't pay attention to poetry compared to novels and other books, but poetry for me is like, in general, it's what you feel every day, and poetry for me is real. Poetry is spontaneous, poetry is free, and it's the way to express your ideas, your emotion, your feelings, and poetry for me is the language of the art. That's it.
Well,
this is my definition of
that's a
poetry.
beautiful definition.
Yes.
So I really hope that the book will be translated in English, will be published in English. Well, we already started, obviously.
I don't know if translation is
I think
good.
it's good. Definitely.
I do my best to. Yeah. I do my best with Google.
Yeah. Thank you, AI. No, but literally, I think you have a first draft. Of course, you're gonna need to have maybe Daniel to help you to see, how we can really capture all the essence of your writing, because the French version is so beautiful. So I really hope it's gonna be published in English soon, and as well.
This is the dream.
Well, it's gonna happen. We believe in our dreams, right?
But crazy. We're gonna have the audiobook before.
Yes, the audiobook. Yeah. I'm really excited about that. And I really hope you'll be able to do the workshop as well.
This is a good idea.
Definitely. Because we have a huge Haitian community in Boston, so that would be fantastic. But of course, Zoom, I'm always going to ask for the Zoom part for our folks in Haiti. And,
but I would be happy to have Asian female, because, our Asian people, they're all shy. They don't want to talk about abuse. This is why it's important to be to talk about this topic.
So besides the translations and audiobook and workshop, do you have any other project? Writing project?
Yes.
No,
I have.
Please.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a novel.
Okay.
But I can make promises. I don't know.
No, take your time.
But I have also another.
Of
collection
course, you have another.
So this is what I have for now.
But I think, that's I said last, but another question. I want to ask about that.
This is the last question.
Last question. No, because you're talking about that, the fact that you have another book of poems and as well a novel. But would you consider yourself only as a writer or poet or novelist or
writer?
Just a writer.
Yes, just a writer. Because I'm a poet, I'm gonna write a novel, so.
Just a writer.
I love that.
Well, thank you so much for
you.
opening up yourself to us. So proud. You have no idea.
I know.
Because I'm gonna detail in the personal stuff. So I've known you for the last 6 years now?
Yes.
6 years. So I've always known her as, the president of Italy, our book club in Haiti. So back in Haiti, she literally started with a new dynamic of what would be like a book club in Haiti, because she was literally doing this, author talk, book club, workshop, for young adults, for kids. And
but now this is an organization.
Now it's an organization.
Yeah.
She really changed the dynamic in Haiti, because before and I think that was one of the reasons that I contacted you, because literally I saw a page on Instagram and I was like, this is really different.
Yeah.
And in Haiti, we always know about the great authors, the one who actually received literal award in France, for example. And sometimes us as young authors, we never felt that we had a platform to talk about our work. And she did a great job doing that, actually, bringing young people together, putting them under the spotlight and giving them the chance to, talk about their writing, even though they didn't receive an award in France.
Yes.
So this is why I contacted her, because I knew, because you just started, I remember that. And I was like, okay, I can see the vision. I know she's gonna do great. I want to be part of that. And yeah, and the journey started. And while
I asked you to be my vice president.
Yes, and I came from my first novel, and we became really close friends, and I got into profanity as well. But the thing is, I knew deep down that, well, you were doing all this, but you always wanted to have your own book, right? To talk about your own writing process, to have your own readers, and you did it.
Yes, I did it.
It is only
But I did it not only for myself, but for other people.
But you did it. So and I can tell this is only the beginning, and I know you're gonna do great. So yeah, so this is me just saying how much I'm proud of you. So yeah, so if you have any questions, guys, the people are here.
So my question is, I only speak one language, which is English. And I'm curious about how difficult it must have been to translate your words from your native tongue to, I'm just assuming that you grew up speaking the language that you wrote it in,
yes.
and then to translate it into English. And it must have been a tremendous challenge to capture what you were trying to convey in your native tongue to someone like me who only speaks English.
In Haiti, we speak Asian Creole and French, but in school we learn how to speak a little bit of English and Spanish, but it's it's not.
I mean, when you don't have someone to talk to all the time, English is very difficult. But
it's just learning. You
learn.
can understand, you can speak a little bit. And for the translation of those poems, I went to Google because this is I want someone to do the draft for me. So I went to Google, but I saw that there are some words that I know that this is not
Google. No.
Yeah. So yeah, but what I can say.
Do you feel like the same feeling comes through?
Yes,
that you
it's more,
intended?
when I read those poems, it was a little bit of shock for me because, of course, it's a different language, but this is the same feeling.
It is.
Yeah, this is the same feeling I have. So yeah, this is the same feeling. This is why when I thought to translate the book, when I see the translation, I say okay. I'm gonna do it anyway.
I have a question and then I have a comment.
Yes.
Let me give the comment first. One of the, just in terms of translation and how these type of intimate conversations come out, there's a song, I don't necessarily know the name of the song, but there's a Creole song that goes, which means tell me what language you, it's explicit but very kind, and it asks what language do you speak when you're making love. Regardless of what it is, it's still love, right? And I think that's what she tried to portray in her book, regardless of the language. So I'm really excited to see what it's gonna do and how much work and how many people are going to be touched by it, by just the affection and the intimacy that you're showing.
But for now, for the French, sorry, I interrupt you. For now, for the Anu in French, I received a lot of feedback from women, so I'm really happy to have the feedback. So they call me, oh, this is so sad. Oh, I don't know. This is when I heard the feedback, I'm happy because I know that someone read the book.
Another thing in terms of feedback, my father read this book. I bought it for him.
I loved it.
That's her dad's favorite.
My father, who's in his 70s now, a very vivid Haitian literacy lover, I bought the book as a gift for him, and he read, so he read the book from cover to cover. I didn't even get a chance to finish everything. He's like, did you get to this page? Did you get to this page? Did you get to this page? And we're discussing, we're as adults, discussing different stages of the book. Where Milady and I and my father went to dinner, and my father was like, where is the author? Where is the author? I need to discuss Akushpite, because
this is the first poem of the book.
Yes, because he's like, I have a bone to pick about this. I have to discuss this with her. I have to make sure I understand, because I don't know. So he's very enthusiastic and excited about the book, but he also enjoyed the vulnerability that you displayed in the book. So that's a comment from a Haitian male of older age group, right? And that still is open to the conversation that you had. Now, my question for you is, how, in the light of sharing intimacy and giving us as young Haitian women the opportunity to be more intimate with ourselves and talking about these things, how do you foresee us opening the door to have conversations with mothers and daughters? Because two ways. Because I think in my generation, I've seen the conversations now starting with my own parents. My mom and I were having this conversation. My dad and I tell you guys, we talked about this book, but there's this, I guess, taboo about talking about sex in the Haitian community, especially with Haitian women as well.
Not only sex in Haiti.
Yes.
Everything is taboo.
Yes. Demure. Everything is taboo. So I'm really interested to see how your goal or what hope you hope to happen with conversations like this outside of my home. I think I've had to push these conversations with my own family.
I did talk to my mom
about the.
You didn't talk to your mother?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
She know that I have the book, but I don't know how I will explain her. I don't know how she will respond because this is my deepest secret as well. So I don't know. In Haiti, it's not easy to talk with your parents about sex, about feelings, about emotions. So it will be very difficult to approach that topic.
Do you have any, I mean, not to give, to go into your own family, but do you have any signs or any ideas of how you would approach it? I know it's difficult, but how do you want to gift the book and then open it up? That's what I did. It worked. Let him read a little something.
To be honest, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Because, like I said before, this is the first time I have a conversation about what is inside the book. You know, it's very difficult. I'm Asian too. So.
If I may say something, I think with the audiobook that's gonna be helpful because we're in Haitian culture, we're as well we're so oral, we're so visual and oral and right. So I think with the audiobook, and people are gonna start sharing it, and people are gonna start listening to it, and it's gonna open the doors for more
when you read it
and listen to it. And you know how we like Zen, right? So gossips or stuff. So it's gonna be I don't know. I think the audiobook will definitely be the way to open up people to talk about certain things. So yeah.
And I actually like the workshop idea. I think it's a great opportunity to write about it.
Think about it with your help.
I have a question. It sounds to me like there's an arc from the poem, from the beginning, as you were sort of saying. And I similarly only read English, so I'm waiting for the translation. But It sounds like there was a definite arc that's happening from beginning to the end, and you even said at the end there's hope
Yes.
and everything. I'm curious as to, did you write it in that order?
No.
And when you just had your poems, how did you select like which one would be first in the book, which one would come next? Did you then create that?
That's why I said before, when I start writing, I write, but when I see the direction of my poems, I wanted to write with intention. So the first poem that I wrote was Vehicle Shape, and I remember that when I called my former teacher, he said, "Are you alright, darling?" I thought about my parents in Haiti. I said, "What happened?" He said, "No, it's really good, but I wanted to know if you are okay." And then the other one was Le Bailleur du Silence. And Je ne fais pas l'insomnie. Those poems are, how to say that? Ce sont les poèmes les plus durs que j'ai pu écrire, et ce sont les premiers de mon journal. And then,
So these were like the hardest one that you actually
Yes.
write, and they were like the first one that you
Yes.
wrote in your personal journal.
yes,
When you were like
when I
dealing with
talk
all-
about insomnia and
Yeah, it is really dark. It's
yes,
really,
it's really dark.
it's really.
We didn't.
Yeah. Do you wanna? If you have some time, yeah.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is the second one.
Yeah.
This is the second one that you wrote,
Yeah.
Yes.
but it doesn't appear as the second one in the book.
No.
It appears differently in the book.
Because the first part, I try to explain what women feel, and the first part is more melancholic, and the second part, I talked about my scars, and this is the
So that
second
goes
part.
into the second part.
When I talk about death, insomnia, and loneliness, depression, and let me see the second part as well.
It's really nice.
Yes, and then I wanted to give hope, so I put those poems in the last part when I talk about sex. I talk about love, and I have one poem in the last part where I talk about my city. Yes. Where I found that. Parce que je voulais que ce soit méthodique pour que les gens ne se perdent pas. La première partie est plus destinée aux femmes. Et dans cette partie, je donne des conseils, je m'exprime en tant que femme. Et la deuxième partie, j'essaie d'expliquer ce que j'ai ressenti, les moments les plus sombres de mon existence et les souvenirs, comme j'ai dit. Et la dernière partie, j'essaie d'adoucir un petit peu. La première plus the pen is more fluid, and yeah.
So you really wanted to have her to give the readers a direction, right?
Yes.
To have a mentor, like to really guide them. So the first one was literally melancholia, right? And you were
dark.
dark, and you were addressing yourself to the women. And the second part, I would say, the most personal one, where you really, put all the scars like on paper so people can read them. And the third part is literally to give hope, to everyone reading the book.
But I don't know if I say that. I mostly use I in all
Yes.
my poems, and I kept the subject in first person.
The
Very
whole
personal.
way
Whole,
through.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really.
It's about being naked.
Yes,
right?
I
That's
put
the
myself naked. I've been naked in the first page to the last.
Do you have any more questions? qu'à poser des questions en créole, en français.
Nous avons pas lu. We didn't read the book, so
Oh,
not yet. Anyway, not yet.
But it makes you want to read the
Yes,
book,
it makes you
right?
want to read the book.
Read the book.
Yes.
No,
I will.
but, no, like, you know, based on what she said, like, do you have any questions? Like, do you want to learn more before we put it in our conversation?
I'm good.
Well, she's going to call you after.
And there are books back there, if
Yeah.
anybody that's interested.
And we also have refreshments in the
Yes.
dining room right these days.
Partake
so
of
much.
more refreshments too.
Can we have a picture of the two of us with our poster? Thank you. Yeah, avec ton, and I told you to go on. Oh, okay. Yeah. What was it about? Yeah. You put it. Yeah. See? Easy. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
okay.
It's fine. So I can
And then I
There we go.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
very
much.
much.
What is the theme of your next book of poetry?
Oh, no, I'm gonna
Well, we'll just have you come back.
Yeah.
Once you publish that, we'll have you come back. And we'll do that one. We just say that. Okay.
It's too early. Oh my
Too
God.
early. Okay, too early.
One question that come into my mind now.
Uh-huh.
So like the audio book that you're gonna release, it's gonna be in multiple only in French.
Oh.
For now.
And
Yeah,
are you,
because I wanted to like suggest you that you have to also like
Different.
have in
When I
mind
translate the book
to
in
put it in
English.
Creole and in English. That's
are you going to
kind of
read the
suggested
audio?
after the debate.
Will you be the one reading the audio?
No, I have
You're
a
going to have somebody
team.
else.
I have one person to do the music, and I have a person to do the voice, and that's it.
And not you.
No.
You're naked enough.
She's naked enough to not speak. I got you.
Yeah, I get it too.
All right, guys.
Okay.